everyone, it's Julia. Welcome back to my channel. I recently picked up these 4 napkins at my local flea market. Just love the color, the hand embroidery on them. They're a good size, and I thought folded, they're going to make a really nice size for a journal cover. So that's going to be the project today. I'm going to show you how I maybe put one of my designs on the front. Also, they're quite flimsy, so I will be adding a heavier stabilizer to them. So I hope you enjoy this. Let's get started. I am adding a mid-weight fusible interfacing to the back of these. I cut my interfacing about a 1/4 of an inch less or smaller than my actual piece. And this is my new tool in my craft room. I finally got myself a light source. Just love it. Those blue little discs are the magnets that hold everything into place. And it does have 4 or 5 different brightnesses to it. And I'm going to use my heat erase pens on this, and I can easily see my design through that, even with that interfacing on the back. Just drawing my little gal. Now I'm going to free motion this, but if you're not comfortable with your free motion, I'm going to list my favorite pens, my fabric markers down below for you. I really love the Pitt markers. They have like 4 different size tips. You get a pack of 4. So if you're not comfortable with your free motion, that's another easy way to add little designs to your items. I do have my feed dogs dropped and my free motion foot on, and I am just going right on the line. If I get off, now these are fabric heat erase pens, so all the marks will disappear. I always test my markers on any pen that I use on the fabric just to make sure everything goes away. But I didn't have any problem with shadowing on this. Just working on the little mouth and some of the facial features here, and then onto the eye. I do add color to my little gals. I don't show it in the video, but I do show some pictures at the end. I just used some watercolor pencils, my Inktense pencils, and added some color to it. Just getting rid of any marks there with a little piece of parchment paper. And there she is. Now it's to add some stability to this, and I'm using the Peltex double-sided. It's a real heavy interfacing, and I just cut it a 1/2 inch bigger all the way around, and I'm just folding that up, being very careful not to touch my iron to it. It's really sticky stuff, but it holds really good. It's really easy to make a real crisp edge and finish off a project really quickly. I'm just activating that front side now. Just getting my crease in the middle here. I want to add a little pocket to one side, little pencil pocket. But first I wanted to add those earrings in the green, and so I'm just tracing that onto, I'm just using freezer paper here, just to get the right size, and ironing that freezer paper to a little piece of scrap. And I'm just going to put a dot of glue on that. I'm going to be taking this to my sewing machine, and I am going to free motion these little hearts on. Just heat setting that glue. And I'm making a yo-yo. I cut a circle out of the same fabric as the lining and just gathering it up. And this is going to be the little blouse for the little gal. I've got my little free motion hearts on. I'm going to be putting the yo-yo on with my fabric tack glue. This is really sticky glue, and it dries really quite quickly. And yeah, it's great for fabric. It holds really well. I wanted to add just a little piece of a lace motif to the center of this yo-yo. And again, using my fabric tack glue for that. Now these whimsical girl designs are all in my Etsy shop, and I'll link that down below if anybody else wants to create with these little gals. That link will be down below for you. Also creating a pocket. This is a pencil pocket, and it's just going on the inside of one side of my lining. Just turn down all the edges. I'm going to be adding some more of that motif, that lace, to the top of this. And that'll be stitched on first. And then I'm going to edge stitch this pocket into place. This is hand-dyed twill tape that a viewer sent me. Thank you so much. I use it all the time for my little journals. And this is just going to be a closure. Just added, oh, I suppose about 9 inches to both sides of it. Just pinning those into place before I stitch that lining down. And now I'm going to edge stitch all the way around, going back and forth where that twill tape is, just to reinforce that. I'm marking the center and then about a 1/2 inch from the top and bottom. Maybe poking my holes here with my crocodile. I'm going to reinforce these circles with just some free motion stitching in the cream colored thread, just going around and around. You can certainly add grommets or eyelets to those circles. I do like the organic look of this. I'm adding elastic cord now to my little circles so my insert will slide underneath. This is just an easy way to bind, and I really like doing this so you can, once your pages are all used up, you can actually purchase a Traveler's Notebook inserts. The Traveler's Notebook inserts will fit into this size book, and you can just use your cover and over again. I am putting 12 different pages into this, and I have some of my linen scans. So this pack of scans are available also in my Etsy store. I'll list that down below for you. I really love adding these, especially to fabric covered journals. Some of them are vintage, old linens that I have found at flea markets. Just marking how much I need to trim off of this. And I just use a good old metal ruler and a snap blade. This works the best. Just go layer by layer, and easy way to cut down your pages. Finding the middle here, putting some clips on, and then folding this back on itself. That's a great way to just make sure that when you poke your holes, it's right in the center, right in that crease. I'm using baker's twine to sew this. This is a real easy pamphlet stitch, using a needle with a really big hole here, going up through the middle, and then down through the middle, and each side, your string is on each side of that center loop, and then just tying this off. And then it just slides right into your little booklet. Thank you everyone who's joined me today. Here are some pictures. I just added some color to the hair, the cheeks, and the lips. I really enjoy how these all turned out. I got all 4 done, and these are also in my Etsy store. Thank you everybody. I hope you have a creative week. Bye for now.